My name is Caprice Teskey. I'm the Market Director of the Bellingham Farmers Market. We are in the Depot Market Square space, which is a building that was built in 2006 to house the Bellingham Farmers Market and also be a public space for folks to rent for other events such as weddings and car shows and that type of thing. And it was a public-private venture between the city of Bellingham and the Farmers Market.
Well, I'm John Stewart. My firm's John Stewart Architects. The beams came from the Skagit County Skagit River Bridge. Gave it this soul that we would never have had with it otherwise.
So we have 150 vendor businesses that are made up of local farms, local craft, and local food processors, and they're all either from Whatcom or Skagit County. And we're one of the few markets in Washington State that has been running continuously in the same location for 20 years.
You know, this site was the site of a rail station, and so they wanted to recreate a feeling of that on this site. It's a Saturday meeting place. It's a place to get your breakfast, to come to the market to get fresh foods that represent the plush place we live in, the Northwest.
First has been a great campaign for the Bellingham Farmers Market. We feel that the message has gotten really ingrained in people, and so they're going out and they're teaching community members around them about the Local First campaign. We've also been really supportive of the Whatcom Farm to School project and some schools that are doing healthy snacks. We'll have customers that will come to the market and their child will come home and say, we had kale today at school. And then that parent who doesn't know anything about kale comes to the farmer's market, and we're able to point them directly to these farmers that are growing the kale. Towards Zero Waste was a great program for us. All of our food vendors are now required to use compostable utensils and dishware right off the bat. That probably got rid of 75% of our waste stream. And it was a really simple fix. And now our focus continues to be community education. Bellingham Farmers Market is the perfect venue for that because we have such an influx of customers every day.
That's a rain garden out here. In the center of the parking lot, and in fact the courtyard of the farmers market, that's pervious paving.
We participate in the Watershed Pledge, to honor our water system and to keep the water clean, and we're really proud of that. Part of the Think Local First campaign got us thinking about our Banking Local years ago, and we've been rewarded by having opportunities with our bank where they've partnered with us on some things in the community, and that's kind of what the farmers market is all about. Is these 150 businesses are all local. They're generating revenue locally, and we feel committed to wanting to keep that money in this community so that it can continue to do good. And we've seen several of our businesses grow and start at the market. Ralph's Bavarian Pretzels, who are now permanently housed in the Depot Market Square building, started off as a vendor. One of the really fun stories is Brandywine Kitchens, which started off several years ago as Brandywine Farms, with two guys growing tomatoes and garlic, and they have since now left the market because they have a storefront that provides employment for a couple dozen people in the community. Bellingham Pasta Company is another fabulous story. Started other than getting some of their product out in the stores, I think the customers really learned about who they were and learned to look for their product because they saw them Saturday after Saturday at the market. Cedarville Farm is one of the founding farms of the farmers market. It was here in 1992. And he and Broadleaf Farms and Cloud Mountain Farms are all farms that have been around for a number of years and have in turn trained some of the younger farmers that you see now. And so now they're working beside some of the folks that grew up learning about farming on their farm, and now they've started their own businesses and they are working side by side at the market. And so we've got a lot of great success stories. We shed light on some of these businesses in a way that they wouldn't be able to be seen and get their name out there. The Bellingham Farmers Market participates in these sustainable business practices mainly because we are an example. A lot of times it's the first time some of these small businesses have heard of Sustainable Connections or have heard about Towards Zero Waste. And they're young enough in their development that they can just naturally get incorporated in what they're doing. If you can start your business from the get-go using these practices, then it's not a big deal. It's a no-brainer. And then for some of our more experienced businesses, it's an opportunity for them to take the next step.